The 1990s were an unforgettable time in the NBA. This was the era of Michael Jordan, epic rivalries, game-changing moments, and a league that grew bigger than ever before. From amazing players to legendary teams, let's take a trip through the entire decade, from 1990 to 1999, and remember why the 90s were so special. 1990. A new decade begins. The NBA started the 1990s by expanding the league. Two new teams joined, the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Orlando Magic, making it a total of 27 franchises. The international scene was heating up too, with players like Vlade Divac and Dražen Petrovic showing that Europe had serious talent. That season, a young coach named Phil Jackson took over the Chicago Bulls. Nobody knew it then, but he would go on to win 11 championships. Michael Jordan led the league in scoring again, but the MVP went to Magic Johnson. Dennis Rodman won Defensive Player of the Year, and David Robinson made his debut after serving in the Navy. He instantly made the Spurs one of the best teams in the league. But in the playoffs, Jordan and the Bulls were stopped again by the Detroit Pistons and their tough defense, called the Jordan Rules. The Pistons went on to win their second straight championship, with Isaiah Thomas playing the best basketball of his life. 1991. Jordan finally wins. In 1991, big changes happened. The Lakers coach Pat Riley stepped down. The league added new rules like the Trent Tucker rule, and the Magic moved back to the Eastern Conference. But the biggest story was Jordan finally breaking through. The Bulls swept the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Pistons didn't even shake hands, something Jordan would never forget. In the finals, the Bulls faced Magic Johnson and the Lakers. After losing Game 1, Chicago came back strong. Jordan was unstoppable, and his famous switch-hand layup became one of the most iconic plays in NBA history. The Bulls won the series in 5 games, and Jordan finally became a champion. He also won Finals MVP. It was just the beginning.
If I had been playing with them, we wouldn't be in this situation that we're in now. We're missing the emotion, and I thought that's what I brought to the team, where emotionally every night we were up and ready, and right now we don't have that emotional leader.
1992. The Dream Team and another ring. In 1992, 8 teams changed their coaches. Pat Riley returned to coaching, this time with the New York Knicks. Magic Johnson shocked the world when he announced he had HIV and retired, but he still played in the All-Star game and was named MVP. Jordan won his second MVP and another scoring title. Meanwhile, Dennis Rodman started a stretch of 7 straight years leading the league in rebounds. In the playoffs, the Bulls had to fight hard to get past the Knicks in a tough 7-game series. Then they beat the Cavaliers and faced the Portland Trail Blazers in the finals. The Blazers had Clyde Drexler, and some said he was on Jordan's level, but MJ quickly shut that down. In Game 1, he hit 6 three-pointers in the first half and gave the famous shrug. The Bulls won in 6 games. Jordan was Finals MVP again. That summer, Jordan, Magic, Bird, and others joined forces to form the Dream Team. They destroyed every team at the Olympics and brought worldwide attention to the NBA. 1993. A three-peat and tragedy. In 1993, Shaquille O'Neal entered the league and immediately made an impact with his strength, dunks, and energy. He even broke 2 backboards during games. Shaq won Rookie of the Year and became a superstar overnight. Charles Barkley was traded to the Phoenix Suns and had the best season of his career, winning MVP. The Bulls were still strong, and Jordan won his 7th straight scoring title. In the playoffs, the Bulls had another brutal battle with the Knicks. After falling behind 0-2, Jordan came back with a 54-point game and led the Bulls to 4 straight wins. In the West, Barkley and the Suns made it to the finals. The finals were close and exciting. Jordan scored 40 or more points in 4 straight games and averaged 41 for the series, a finals record. In Game 6, John Paxson hit the game-winning 3 to give the Bulls their 3rd straight championship, but then came tragedy. Jordan's father, James Jordan, was murdered during a robbery. This hit Michael hard. Just a few months later, in October 1993, Jordan announced his retirement from basketball. 1994. A new champion. With Jordan gone, other stars took the spotlight. Hakeem Olajuwon led the Houston Rockets to an amazing season. He won MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and dominated the playoffs. In a historic upset, the 8th-seeded Denver Nuggets beat the top-seeded Seattle Supersonics in the first round. It was the first time an 8th seed won a series. The Knicks made it to the finals after tough battles with the Bulls and Pacers. In the finals, they faced Hakeem and the Rockets. It was a hard-fought, low-scoring series. In Game 7, Knicks guard John Starks had a terrible game, missing 11 three-pointers. The Rockets won, and Olajuwon was named Finals MVP. He had taken over the league in Jordan's absence.
I do know that what it takes to win, and I do know what it takes to be a good basketball player, and that's hard work.
1995. Jordan returns. The NBA wanted to boost scoring, so it shortened the three-point line and added a rule that gave 3 free throws for fouls on three-point shots. The big news, though, was the return of Michael Jordan. After playing baseball for a year and a half, he came back in March 1995. He wore number 45 at first, but after being criticized, he switched back to 23. Jordan had a 55-point game in New York, but the Bulls weren't ready. They lost to the Orlando Magic in the playoffs. The Magic had Shaq and Penny Hardaway and reached the finals, but they were swept by the Rockets. Hakeem dominated again and won back-to-back titles. 1996. The best team ever? The 1995-96 Bulls came back with a mission. They added Dennis Rodman and won an NBA record 72 games in the regular season. Jordan won MVP and his 8th scoring title. In the playoffs, the Bulls lost only 3 games on the way to the finals, where they beat the Seattle Supersonics in 6 games. Jordan won his 4th Finals MVP. Many people still consider this team the greatest ever. Meanwhile, Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, and Ray Allen entered the league in what is considered one of the best draft classes of all time. Shaq signed a massive contract with the Lakers, and free agency changed the NBA forever. 1997. More battles and drama. In 1997, Karl Malone won MVP over Jordan, even though the Bulls won 69 games. The playoffs were intense. The Bulls beat the Heat and faced the Utah Jazz in the finals. Game 1 ended with a famous moment when Jordan hit the game winner after Malone missed key free throws. In Game 5, Jordan played through a terrible flu and still scored 38 points. That flu game became legendary. The Bulls won in 6 games, and Jordan was Finals MVP again. 1998, The Last Dance. The 1997-98 season was full of drama. Phil Jackson announced it would be his last year coaching the Bulls. Everyone called it The Last Dance. Scottie Pippen missed many games, and the team had injuries, but they still finished strong. Jordan won his 5th MVP and 10th scoring title. In the playoffs, the Bulls had a tough series against the Pacers, going to Game 7. In the finals, they met the Jazz again. Game 6 became iconic. Jordan hit the game winner after stealing the ball from Malone. It was his 6th title and 6th Finals MVP. After the season, Phil Jackson left and Jordan retired again. 1999, a new era begins. The NBA had a lockout due to salary disagreements. The season was shortened to 50 games. Jordan retired, Pippen joined the Rockets, and a new team rose to the top. The San Antonio Spurs, led by Tim Duncan and David Robinson, made the finals. In the East, the New York Knicks became the first 8 seed to reach the finals, beating the Heat, Hawks, and Pacers. But without Patrick Ewing, the Knicks couldn't stop Duncan. The Spurs won the championship, and Duncan was named Finals MVP. The 1990s were the golden age of basketball. Michael Jordan dominated the decade, winning 6 championships and becoming the greatest player ever. The league grew with international stars, exciting rivalries, and unforgettable moments. From the Pistons to the Bulls, from Shaq to Kobe, from buzzer beaters to brawls, the 90s gave us everything. And that's why so many fans still say the 1990s were the best years in NBA history. Thanks for watching. If you liked this NBA story, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more basketball history.